welcome to my channel. If you guys like what you see, which I know you will, please make sure you press the subscribe button that's down below, as well as the bell notification, so you guys are notified every single time that I post a new video. Now, y'all, I know I'm looking like a nigga mole rat, but this video isn't really about me. A few of you guys have been asking for me to do a updated, I guess, packaging video, so I'm just like, I needed content anyway, so I'm like, why not? So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly the things that I do, the products that I use and stuff like that to package and ship out my orders. I got about like 3 or 4 orders that I got to ship out today, so I'm going to go ahead and package it with you guys. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I, seeing my updated packaging video, then keep on watching. So you guys, the first thing that I actually do is, let me fix you guys a little bit better. I still use my computer, my regular MacBook Air. That's where I ship out my orders. I don't know if you can like do it straight through the phone, but I do it through my computer. I do use the Rolio, I don't know if you guys can see, to print out my labels. And I also get my labels in bulk, which is from Amazon. All these things that I'm saying, I'll link them in the description bar down below, or they would just be in my Amazon store, any of the things that I mentioned. So yeah, I've heard a lot of, like, you know, not bad things, but I've heard like a lot of people having like issues and stuff with the Dymo one, so I just opted out with getting the Rolio, and so far I haven't had any issues with it. Sometimes when it does print out the barcode, there would be like little spots on it, but if you just reprint out another one, it's fine. So I personally like the Rolio. Let me know what you guys use in the comments down below. But I already got everything set up. I always have everything set up. All I have to do is take my cord and I just go ahead and connect it to my computer to have it ready. Okay, so now I already have all the wigs already made. Like, as you guys can see, it kind of already have them already done. Now all I have to do is go ahead and, like, you know, package it and stuff like that. I already did it to one, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use that one. When I am doing like multiple wigs at once, I do make sure that I leave the like stickers, or I'll just write on a sticky note just to make sure I can know what's what, and so I don't confuse them. So I kind of already did this one. I already added the tag to it, and I already put the net and also this, but I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I use, but I'm just gonna use this first because it's already, like, you know, packaged and everything. Now these boxes, you can find out where I get my boxes made. There, that's in my wig guide ebook. So if you guys are interested in any of the vendors that I use for my like everyday business thing, then you can go ahead and check that out. I'll also link that down below. But I personally like to do all my boxes first. Like, I already like packaged them already, so when I am in a rush or whenever I'm ready to package up an order, it could be a little bit more easier for me to just go ahead and just take it and go. Normally it has the stuff already in there, but I just did these recently and I didn't add them yet, but I would normally already have all the stuff in there to make it a little bit more easier for me. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just show you guys where I store those things. Alright, so I know over here looks a little bit crazy. I still need to go ahead and organize here a little bit better. But right now, this is the storage bin. I got this from Amazon. If you guys watch a couple of my vlogs from a while back, you guys will see me actually building this little cubby thing. And also where I got these little things. They're all from Amazon. Again, I'll try to link as much of the things that I mentioned in the description bar down below, so you guys can like easily, like, you know, click on them if you are interested. But I got both of these from Amazon, and I think they were under $100. I think, I'm not sure. But with these, I kind of already have all my shipping things in one area, so it's a little bit more easier for me to get everything. So these are the things that I basically put in the box. I of course put the elastic band. I already connected the hooks to it already. Hold on, are you guys in focus? I already connected the hooks already. This is just if the person wants to add the elastic band to make it glueless, they can. But if they are like planning on actually gluing the wig, then they don't necessarily really need this. But I just put it in there for them just in case. I put in my business card. Yeah, so I put a business card. Sometimes I put 2, but most of the time I just use just 1 because it's not that serious. I put in my thank you card. in there. And then lastly, I just actually started putting in wig caps in there because a lot of people need wig caps. So I'm just like, why not just put one in there? And like I said, most of these extra steps I don't do because normally these things are already in the box. But since they're not, I have to go ahead and sit and actually do that. Because I realize it's better to have things already pre-prepared, because imagine if I was in a rush, which 9 out of 10, I'm always in a rush to, go to the post office. So by having these things, like the boxes already pre-made and having the things in there, it just saves me some time, I realize, because before I used to just have them everywhere. And whenever I go by orders, but now I realize this way is a little bit more efficient in a sense. So if you don't do this, I would suggest you do this because it'll save you some time. So now after I go ahead and prepare the box, I'm gonna go ahead and do this first order. Okay, so after I figured out which order it is, I go ahead and I actually make sure I look at the notes, because the orders, the way I set it up, customers are able to put like order details when they place the orders, so it could be a little bit more easier for me to know exactly how they want the wig to be styled and everything. So I make sure I double check it to make sure I did everything that they said in the notes, like if they want me to cut the lace or anything like that. So yeah, I use Shopify to do all my stuff. So if you don't use Shopify and you sell like a certain, you have like an e-commerce store, I would suggest you go on Shopify, because honestly, out of all the stuff, Shopify is my favorite personally to use. I haven't used any other ones, but I bet they're not better than Shopify. So that's what I use. I do have my scale. I forgot to mention that. I have my scale right here that I got from Amazon. Everything I got from Amazon. Now, I'm not sure if this is like 100% accurate, but that's what I use. I'm going to open it up. Like I said, we already double checked to make sure. Most of the time I go ahead and I tuck the wigs in. Now you can get like a silk bag if you want to just put the wig in. But me personally, since I already have the net on it, I'm pretty it's pretty good. You don't necessarily have to put that. And I go ahead and I tuck everything in. And then I close her up. Go ahead and weigh it. Okay, most of my orders are between between 10 to 16 pounds, and that's depending on how many wigs I have in one box. Like for instance, if I have like 2 wigs in a box, clearly it'd be heavier, so it'd probably be like a pound plus. But normally if it's just that one wig with the box, then it would just be between that 10 to 15 ounces. But sometimes I just like to make sure to see what I see on the scale, and then sometimes I would just round it up just to be just a little bit more, just to be a little bit more sure. I use USPS. Now, if you guys watch my stuff before, you guys know I always have issues with USPS. I need to start looking at other places, but USPS seems to be the cheapest out of all of them, and it's like I'm trying to be cost efficient, but I mean they do bring like a lot of issues and stuff like that, so it's like a pro and a con to it. So I'm still personally looking at some that are similar to the price and to see if they're a little bit better, but for right now I'm still using USPS Priority Mail. And I always make sure I do signature confirmation. Now, it all depends on how much your goods is worth. My wigs are between like $300 to $600, so that's a lot. So I always like to make sure I do signature confirmation, because when you are in the hair space, we know that a lot of we know a lot of people try to like do fraud and stuff like that. So by you having the signature confirmation, if they do want to do a chargeback, you can always go back and then you could show the bank and stuff and show that they actually, you know, signed for the package already and stuff like that. So sometimes I don't do it, but most of the time, like 98% of the time, I do it, but sometimes I don't. But I would recommend you do. Then I go ahead and I press signature confirmation. It does have insurance with it with using USPS. And then I go ahead and put the shipping date, which is for today. And in total, it's $11. Now, normally it would range between $10 to like $15, and it all depends on how far away I'm shipping out this package. So this one is to and normally while that is getting printed out, I go ahead and use these poly mailers, and these are plastic. They're not bubble ones. I tried looking for bubble ones to use for the box, but I never see one that with the size that I need. I'll link these down below as well. I forgot the size that I use. Maybe it's like 10 by 12. I'm not 100% sure. What it says on it, it says, "Hello, I'm what you've been waiting for." And I just thought this one was pretty cute. I do have regular black ones, but like for instance, if these finish, I'll go ahead and just start using the regular black ones. But for right now, I go ahead and use this. I take the box and I go ahead. Like, these fit exactly. Well, I mean, there's a little bit more room, but for the most part, they fit exactly how they need to fit. I'll go ahead and I close her up. Now, before you close her up, make sure you guys double check to make sure. I know I don't really have to because I kind of did that process before I put the wig in the box. I take this and I just slap it on there, and this is how she looks like. Now, if you're using USPS, and if you're using a package like this, as you guys can see on the top, it says priority, right? Sometimes it's a little bit hard for them to know if it's priority because it's not the regular USPS packaging box, so you can't. So I go ahead and I use this, and I actually put about two. I put about two on the box, so it's a little bit more easier for the people that work there to know exactly where it goes, because sometimes they would put this on first class, or they'll put it where it basically doesn't belong because they're going so fast, and sometimes it's a little bit hard for them to, you know what's what. So I just put it on there so they can see that it's actually priority, so they can actually categorize it the right way. I actually didn't know about this. I actually learned this from Everything Ebony. And once I started doing this, the people actually was like, "Oh, thank you for putting this on there," because most people don't do that. So good thing I was watching her live one day and then she was talking about that. So, and where to get this, I get this for free, this whole big roll. I get it for free. You can just go on the USPS website, make an account, and after you make an account, you just place the order. Sometimes there are limits to how much you can order, but honestly, this will last you a pretty long time. So this is free as long as you have an account. There's other things that you can get for free on there. So yeah, you don't have to pay no money to get these little stickers. Okay, so I kind of wanted to come back on camera and show you guys me actually fixing this one. Now, I see that she wants the lace cut, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the lace off for her. Yeah, I just got these new shears, and I love them. Like, I got these from Amazon, and they're so freaking nice. Okay. After I cut it, I'm going to go ahead and stamp it with I got this from Amazon. Yeah, everything I got from Amazon. And these, I think I showed you guys how I made them. I actually need new ones. And then I'm going to go ahead and just use the little hanger thing. And I'm going to go ahead and put the net on it first. Before, I used to actually take the wig off of the head first and then use the net. But I realized it's a little bit easier for me to actually put the net on it first. And then take it off. Because it just makes it a little bit more easier. You can go ahead and cup it. And honestly, you guys, I do not buy any nets. Most of the nets, I just save them from the wigs that my vendor give me. So I never throw them away. I just save them. So you get to save, you know, just a little bit coin. I'm pretty sure they're not that expensive, but that's still something you could save because you don't necessarily have to go out your way and buy, like, you know, new nets. And after I do that, I get these. And yeah, these are the fillers that I used to put inside the wigs to make it hold its structure. And yeah, I've been looking to try to figure out where to get these for a while until I figured out they were the ones that you get from the these are the ones you get from Dollar Tree. Like, they're the birthday gift ones. I just got them in white. Some people do them in different colors, but me, I personally just stick to the white. I crumble it up. I get about 2 each. I crumble it up. Don't crumble it up too hard because you still want it to be full enough so you can fill up the wig. Because if you crumble it up too much, it's not gonna be it's gonna be useless. So I go ahead and I fill it in, and it just goes like this. And this helps also the baby hair stay intact and placed in where they're supposed to. And when it comes to curly hair, since they're so poofy, I go ahead and I always make sure that I tuck them inside the wig like this. I know I'm wearing black, so it's a little bit hard for you guys to see what I'm doing, but I go ahead and I tuck her in, and she will look like this. And this isn't really going to mess up the hair or anything. All they have to do is take it out and just put some water on it, and it'll just go back to how it needs to go. And then I just package her, and now she's ready to go to her new home.